Ah, here we go. Right. China. The journey around the world begins now, and we're racing towards turn number 1. It seems to be quite the even start between the front two, but it seems to be Zampa is into second place. Running outside, Brams will try, and the Williams will not be able to do so. Off the road goes Scones, and he's going to lose a hatful of places, as well as the Aston Martin of Ellis. Ellis losing places hand over fist. Side by side we go with the Mercedes of that. I think it's the Mercedes of Lanky and Ollie Bean. Through the couple of corners we go. Scones, what a horrific start. He's down into P12. Contact between the pair of them. Arrow sent sliding away, but Sluskan leads by 1.3 seconds from Zampa, from Browns, then Craig, then Jack, then Ollie, then Lanky, then Commentator, who is going side by side with Aaron. Such treacherous conditions here in Shanghai at this current moment in time, and the Mercedes seems to be absolutely flying away already. The McLaren now maybe trying to set up the switchback, as then we get on the power on the exit, and Zampa is now wheel to wheel with the Williams. But then in the second phase of the power, due to Zampa not using traction, he gets better traction on the exits. And then we go side by side into the hairpin gap, 3.2 seconds already, as now there's a brake test by the McLaren. And does this allow Jack on the inside? It will then switch to the outside through the heart of sector 2. Jack not close enough to make the move, but then you can just see how much Zampa's struggling. 4 seconds the gap is now between the top two, and Sluskan, I think he's already won this race unless it's a safety car. Sluskan is absolutely checked out here in China. Down the inside, Brams goes on the inside of Zampa. Zampa massively struggling in the McLaren. The man who started on the front row can't even get close enough. It's onto the grass. Zampa goes. Deep goes Brams. And that's allowed Jack through in the Sauber with the Red Bull of Andre. Craig Conley maybe. As there goes down the inside. Lanky once again looking on the inside of the hairpin. Now Ollie Bean will tap the wider line to get a better exit. They're going to go side by side towards this very high speed left hander. Side by side we go, as Commentator has a better view of this, as now Lanky has got the inside line. It will then be the outside for Ollie. It will then be the outside once again for Lanky, as Lanky still not able to penetrate the green machine's wall. It is a green train along here. The Aston Martin's just holding everyone up. Great defense there, as Lanky's now going to look around the outside. Contact between the pair of them again, and Lanky has to just back out of it. They're going to maybe try and Vettel and Verstappen collided, as Ollie Bean just pulls out to the inside. He's trying to defend, but he hasn't got any battery to do so. Lanky, has he finally got the move done? Yes, he has. As down the inside goes Commentator on 1 and 2, but then the pair of them switch them back, and Ollie Bean is got back into 6th. Commentator stays in 7th, and Lanky finally ahead of Ollie Bean and can now set his sights on the podium fight ahead of him. Gets through. Scones will now have a look at the inside of the hairpin. Scones will dive down the inside. There goes Scones in the Williams on the inside of the fellow English-based team. Wheelbarrow between the pair of them now side by side towards the Harlow sector 2. Scones has got the outside line, but has to back out of it as Ellis powers through on the inside, and this is just going to continue to frustrate Scones, the man who started P5. Lanky's now got through the exit. On the exit of turn number 2. Down towards the hip and we go once again. Lanky is going to gain and he's going to pull out to the inside line. Craig Conley doesn't try to defend this on the inside. Lanky will go to get the plate, but then on the traction on the exit, Craig Conley will have that dry line to get better traction. Now going side by side through the harder sector. Lanky will try around the outside. He's got his front wing in there, but Craig Conley does show a bit of fight and defends against the Mercedes. Aaron looking for everyone. Zampa, and there's contact between the pair of them. And through goes Dubsy past 1. Can he get the second into the hairpin? Make a dive on the inside. No, he can't. Contact between Aaron and Zampa. And it leaves Aaron down to 11th. Dubsy up in the 10th. Down towards the hairpin. Does Jack design defending inside line? No, he doesn't. And it seems to be that Jack is going to be passed by Commentator. We get into the hairpin. And Commentator with the damage. It's up into 4th momentarily as the old switcheroo by Jack. He now looks around the outside, trying the old switcheroo once again, but he cannot get the move. And does this allow Craig Conley the sniff to be able to do so? But Craig Conley, however, does not want to be held up by these guys for much longer. We get on the power on the exit. Craig Conley using his battery. There's no threat of being overtaken or being re-overtaken by DRS. Ellis can brake slightly later, but in the second phase of the braking, Ellis doesn't really opt to fight it. As there is Ellis and Arrow once again swapping around. As now it's Andre's turn to get involved. Here's Arrow rear locking, and Andre hits the rear of the Ferrari. Off the road goes the Ferrari as well. Dub Z, I believe, is going to get waved on by his teammate. Or is he? Arrow's going to keep it alongside his teammate. But I think what's happened here? Arrow and Commentator, they've come together. Towards turn number 1. He should have more grip to try and dart around the outside, or maybe stick a nose on the inside. Wide goes Aaron in the Red Bull. Aaron will try and hang this out around the outside. Aaron will be shuffled out wide. He then has the inside line between the Williams and the Red Bull. It's absolutely nothing on the power. On the exit of turn 2, round the outside, Browns will go to take second place. And it's now to the battle for P2. And look how Duralic is getting on the inside. Lanky will dive. Now, I pressed the wrong button. On board with Brams, who goes for the up and under. The Mercedes has got through, and it is now a Mercedes 1-2 in China. So Craig Pitts, Aaron and Zampa side by side, wheel banging between the pair of them, as these two might be going side by side into the pit lane here, going wheel to wheel. As now he's trying the old switcheroo on the exit, and Aaron now alongside that McLaren. Side by side the pair go towards turn number 1. Zampus have got to concede as Aaron is now into 5th place in the race. Good move by Aaron, as Zampa now has a look on the inside, a little bit of a swapper, but is now finally having to concede the place. Brown, as now Lanky is under pressure from Scones here in the Williams driver. The man who started 5th and seemed to be out of contention for the podium moves into 2nd place in the race. Into the pits comes your race leader. Surely it's just a simple dive to the inside. He pulls out to the inside. Down the inside Scones goes to take the lead of the race, does he? Ran the outside. Slushgun will hold it, but Scones on the traction is into the lead of the Chinese Grand Prix, as we are now set to begin the final lap of this race. Aaron now on the traction as well is past the Mercedes as well. Aaron into 2nd place. Mercedes, Slushgun has absolutely bottled this in China. The strategy gamble didn't pay off for him. This is probably the biggest bottle of the century. Scones round in the final corner for the first time in his career. It's Scones winning the Chinese Grand Prix by 1.5 seconds ahead of Aaron. Scones wins the Chinese Grand Prix for the first time ever. A race winner